When you heat up some mustard oil with some black cumin seed, the smell coming, it's amazing. And then you drop the puti much. This is puti much. Scientific name is Spuntia spuntio. Make sure every fish is touching the plate. And then you flip once one side is done. And then you drop them in the jhol, which you make with jeera, meaning cumin powder. How is it looking like? Heat up now. Because it splutters so much, sometimes I switch it off before I turn to the other side. And then I don't have to rush, I don't have to be careful, just turn it. It is a bit of a trick to flip the fishes. I did it using 2 small spoons. I switch off the fire because if the oil and the spices start to spatter, you don't feel very friendly to go into that. You can get killed in crossfire, or they call it a friendly fire. So you basically switch off and then you flip each in one turn. I think I missed that fish. Looks like it has not been turned. It's like, oops. Did you just see? I almost got killed. See, a cook has to be very brave. I sometimes feel like Bhajahori Manna. You don't know who is Bhajahori Manna maybe. Now what you do, you put some turmeric water. And then you add the rest of the crowd. Always put some raw mustard oil just before you take it off the head. Can you see the raw mustard oil floating on the top? Okay. If you have got some coriander leaf, this is the time to add. Unfortunately, I don't. But this will be awesome. And let me finish my second helping of my pachon, my vocal tonic, my home remedy for sore throat. See, small fish has got a lot of advantage over big fishes because ideally you can and you should, and I would, chew up the whole fish. So the tiny bones, the tiny head, you need to chew up all because that bone will strengthen your bone. All the bone minerals, calcium, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus is all there in that tiny bone. So don't chew this fish every day though, but from time to time it gives you a good dose of bone building material. Because everybody over 45, 50, we move less, our bone gets very, very weak. And it's not as strong and not as full with calcium and minerals as it should be. In the early stage, we call this osteopenia. We can see that in a DEXA bone scan, and then it goes to full-fledged osteoporosis. And females suffer more after menopause. So one way is to take vitamin D and calcium supplements or eat foods more with calcium and minerals. And the second thing is put your sneaker on or trainer on or running shoes on and just go outside and run. Remember, when you walk, you carry 1.5 times your body weight. And then when you run, you actually can carry 2.5 to 3 times your body weight. Remember, the difference between running and walking is that in walking, your body is never airborne. You're always in touch with the ground. But when you run, even when you slow jog, your body is uplifted in the air for a moment and then you land. So when you land, obviously you're not landing on both feet because you're not jumping, you're walking or running. So you land on one foot. So that foot carries the weight of the whole body. Yes, so if you're 70, normally your 70s go 35 in right foot, 35 in left foot. The moment you start walking, you put momentarily more body weight on one foot as you shift to the other. But when you run, that's way more powerful. So keep running until the last day of your life. So that's the final stage of my Puti fish cooking. See, this guy always out in the sun, always chasing rabbits and cats and us. You're hungry, baby? So what I'm going to say, osteoporosis is a very, very big health risk. If you are to fall, you can break your hip bones. And you see a lot of elderly senior citizens, they come to hospital because they had a fall, because they were a bit under the weather, maybe chest infection, maybe water infection, and they will have a trip, but because their bones are so brittle, they will break it. And because they break it, that simple treatment with antibiotic for a chest infection, for a water infection, turns into a nightmare, because now they will have to have a hip operation, like a total or partial hip replacement operation. And unfortunately, that might not be going very easily, smoothly for some, particularly if you have got other health issues. Now all the small comorbidities that that person has got will come into play, like diabetes, overweight, COPD, ischemic heart disease, bad skin condition, all sorts of stuff. So I suggest that have at least once a week small fish, because the small fish, the beauty is that you can chew the head and the spine and the small fish bones, because this is pandiculation. A cat and a dog does pandiculation 50 times every day, don't you? That keeps your joints very, very healthy. So joints and bones are very important, particularly after menopause. Females are, see, sometimes I don't have anybody to listen to my knowledge. So this baby is always there. Yes, I know. You had your food, you want to now play with me. Anyway, let me finish the video. So you get a DEXA bone scan, you see whether your bones are okay for your gender and age, or it is under, meaning osteopenia, and it can even be osteoporosis. Then if it's osteopenia, you can still rectify this thing with calcium and vitamin D. Or this is osteoporosis, then you need to have another tablet called biphosphonate, or Fosamax is a brand name, once a week. Now, why bother doing this if you can fix everything just with a healthy dose of calcium, minerals, manganese, magnesium, phosphate by just chewing small fish? And then you need vitamin D. And unfortunately, you need to get out to sun to have a vitamin D. Now, even if there is not much sunlight in this country, so see, cloud, still getting out will be very, very beneficial for your bone health and mental health and sleep health and everything. And remember, when you walk, temporarily you are just lifting off one leg, so that your whole body is supported only on right leg, and then left leg and right leg. So you carry 1.5 times your body weight roughly on an average on each leg, or so walking is way more difficult than standing. And then when you start to jog, which is a slow form of running, remember, the running is when your body is temporarily lifted up in the sky. Same with jogging. Jogging and running, only difference is the stride length. Jogging is very small stride. Sometimes the jogging stride length may be smaller than a walking stride length. But in walking, body never lifts up to the air. Always a part of the feet will be in touch with the ground. Whereas in jogging as well as running, body lifts up. So when that lifted up body drops down, imagine, and you're dropping on 1 foot, you're not jumping with 2 feet, 1 foot, the whole body weight plus the momentum hits the ground. So you carry 2.5 to 3 times your body weight when you run. So running strengthens bones, because repeatedly it is shocking your bone. So you need to know how to run. So don't just run because I'm telling you to run. You need to first walk, then slowly jog, then jog and walk, then jog, walk, run, then short, small runs, but mostly long jogs. And that's how you build up the strength in the joints and the ligaments and the muscles and the bones. And then you will never ever see another pandiculation. So I think coffee made a habit. It's called habit stacking. So as soon as I eat, I do pandiculation. Is that it, coffee? Why are you wagging your tail? You're waiting now. His master's voice. His master's voice. You are the cutiest dog of the whole wide world. Anyway, so that's it. Osteoporosis and Puti much. Remember, and coffee. Be a coffee. Drink every day. 2 cups. Good for your liver. This is not coffee though. Coffee. Didn't you have a sip? This is called pachon. Good for sore throat. I know you have been coughing. I saw you coughing in the morning. No. You don't like my pachon. See? He's trying to show I'm content, Daddy. Don't. No. He's saying, what is it? See? You like it? No, I don't. Anyway, have a good day.